Hey, I'm just reminding you as you're coming in, take time to fill out the chapel evaluation form. There's a QR code. Even if you're not going to be here next year, it's just nice to have some feedback to help us as we plan chapels. So take some time to do that. And if you don't want to do it in here, there will be a link sent to your email this afternoon. This email thing, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but anyhow, we'd love for you to open an email and respond. So there you go. We're going to get started at 11. About 2 more minutes. We're going to leave the QR code up. If you want to fill out a chapel evaluation, we want to hear from you. We do read through every response as a chapel planning team. And if you just want longer time to fill it out, there will be a link sent to you later this afternoon, and feel free to do that when you have more time. So we're going to get started in about 2 minutes.
Good morning. Welcome to chapel. It's the last chapel. Woohoo! I just wanted to make one final announcement about the clothing drive that we're doing for the trip to Pittsburgh later on this summer. So as you're packing up, as you're going through all your things, if there are clothes that you want to get rid of, things that clothing that you would maybe throw away, if you please pack those up for us, put them in a garbage bag, something, and bring them to either my office or Mikhail's office, or you can give them to Celeste, also, Celeste Touchstone. And we will make sure that those get taken to Pittsburgh and are used to bless the homeless and those in need. Okay? Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I want to remind everyone about those that are going to banquet this Saturday. I will be sending out an email for the directions to the Botanical Gardens and then also to All-Star Sports after that. The banquet starts at 6, but you guys can come early to walk around the Botanical Gardens, take some pictures, some great flowers blooming around there, so you're welcome to do that. So please make sure you check your emails in the next couple of days. I have all those instructions, so look forward to having a banquet.
This morning, before we get started with our awards, I want to acknowledge a few groups of people. So if you are going on Juniors Global this summer, which is going to Kenya, would you just stand up right now? Yeah. Where's Kevin? And Kevin back there too. Okay, and then will you guys remain standing? And if you are going on Juniors Local, would you stand up? Yeah. Good. So just if you could just look around, keep standing up, that these are the people who will be traveling, doing some missions work this summer from our college. So just please remember to pray for them. We'd appreciate that. Thanks. I also want to recognize a couple of different people who will be graduating. Brian Pena, if you could stand up, and Admiral, could you stand up as well? Brian and Admiral have been serving on the chapel planning team. And so we meet every Thursday. We spend time praying together. We spend time planning, organizing for the body here, trying to think of speakers, all that. So maybe it's a lot of behind the scenes things that you don't realize, but we're just so grateful for their time. And Admiral, will you stay standing? Yeah, give them two a round of applause, and Admiral, stay standing. And then Admiral's also been serving in the capacity here at Barclay as a worship leader for chapel. And so I forgot to do that on the last day that you led, but we just want to say thank you for your service to us. And once again, those are things that you guys have no idea, trying to pick songs, trying to pick keys, trying to get people to sing with you. It actually takes a lot of work. And so I would appreciate it if you would just appreciate Admiral right now. Yes. Just last announcement, if you came in, this is the QR code for chapel evaluations. We're going to go ahead and close that now, but there will be a link sent to you this afternoon, and you can fill that out. We want to hear from you. We try to, as a chapel planning team, we read through everything that is written or all of your responses. We do that together as a team. And then I feel like I need to make just a small apology about Taste of Desserts. My mama bear came out of me. If any of you were in line and I told you just to take one dessert and you thought it meant one of each one, I wasn't very clear, but I just want to make a general apology for that on Tuesday when my mom voice came out. So please forgive me if you were on the receiving end of that. At this time, we're going to go ahead and start in with our awards. And for those of you who are presenting, we're just going to do this as a rolling order. When you're up on the list, it's you and you're next, so we won't have any emceeing come up from here. So I'm first going to invite Kayleen and Ryan are going to come up to do some athletic awards. Would you welcome them?
All right, I have the opportunity to share with you the athletic awards for this year. First, I'd like to have the volleyball players please stand that are here. I'd like to give them a round of applause. They worked really hard with having 6 players on the team this year. They worked hard and they completed a good season for them. And so we thank you for your hard work for representing Barclay College. So thank you. Also, the cross-country runners, would you please stand? These guys worked hard throughout the semester, and they both made it to nationals, placing pretty high for Barclay. So I appreciate their hard work, their dedication, and thank you for going to nationals. Thank you. All right, so for soccer, we got some individual awards. As I call your name, please come up. Kayleen will give your awards, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so for conference, second team is Paulo. And then Pedro. Is he here? Pedro. Richard. And Luan. This was for second team conference. Okay, then we're going into all regional tournament here. These are all regional, who made it to the all regional team was Tyler, Octavio, Richard, Luan, and Samuel. And then All-American second team was Tyler. And then the NCCAA Division II National Tournament team that made it was Luke Tompkins. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're good. Sorry. Okay, so now we'd like to have the whole soccer team come up because we want to say congratulations for them to be winning the conference tournament and then also the conference championship game. So congratulations. Thank you for representing Barclay. You can just come up and so these guys represented Barclay well. So thank you guys for your hard work and bringing home conference tournament and championship tournament. So thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Okay, now on to our basketball awards. For MCC All-Conference Honorable Mention, Charity Montgomery. Also, honorable mention is Tyler Hinton. Okay, then moving on into our NCCAA Central Region Awards, honorable mention is Viviana. Second team is Tiara Perry. And our most valuable player is Charity. Congratulations to these people who have these awards, and also thank you overall for the basketball team and representing Barclay and having a well season. So thank you so much.
Brian, would you come and join me? Each year we present endowed scholar awards that the faculty recommends, actually nominates. And that is presented by our advancement office through donors who established years ago scholarships for specific students and characteristics. That's presented by our new VP for advancement, and some of you have not met Brian yet. He's been on the job less than 30 days. His lovely wife, Marilyn, is sitting in front. Marilyn, would you wave at everybody? She's down here. I like to brag on Marilyn because Marilyn is a Conant, and some 50 plus years ago, her father officiated Carolyn and I our wedding ceremony. So I have a connection there with them. They are long supporters of this college, and it's a privilege for me to introduce to all of you at this moment our new Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Brian Bisbee, who will be giving the Endowed Scholar Awards. Thank you, Brian.
Let's see here. Maybe I can't adjust that, so I'll just lean over. As President Fraser said, I've been on board since April the 7th, so I probably haven't met most of you, but I've had a great time getting acquainted with staff and with faculty and with students as we've been in the lunchroom. So it's been a good time. It's my privilege today to tell you about the academic recognition, which is called the Endowed Scholars Award. And this would not have been something that I would have been receiving, but I would when I was in college. But I want to say that it's always nice to be in the presence of those that are smarter than I am. So we're going to be recognizing them today. This award recognizes 11 families and institutions that have contributed significant endowment to the Barclay College to help underwrite the full tuition scholarship. How many of you have appreciated a full tuition scholarship here? Yeah. And as long as I have some hand here, I'm going to work on continuing that full tuition scholarship for you, okay? Is that all right? So the students recognized today were selected by the faculty to correspond with the parameters set forth by those who provide the endowments. And this is a one-year recognition for these students. And on the day that each of you graduate, who are receiving an award today, you'll be given a medallion to be worn on the day of your graduation. So the following students are endowed scholars for the 24-25 year. When you hear your name, please come forward to receive your certificate of recognition and remain in front here until all of you have come forward. And then I would ask you to just withhold your applause until all the endowed scholars have come forward. So our first endowed scholar of the Robert Storms Endowed, actually the Robert Storms Endowment Scholar is Gabriel Henosa. And the Stan and Tracy Stark Endowed Scholar is Martina Adamchevsky. And if I mispronounce your name, come and see me afterwards. Give me the true pronunciation of your name, and I'll apologize in person, okay? So come on up. There you are, and congratulations. Just remain up here, okay? Okay. Yes. Okay, the Faye Wheeler Endowed Scholar is Madison Yost. Congratulations. There you go. And the Alvin and Lucy Anderson Endowed Scholar is Caleb Ross. And the Eva Alice Endowed Scholar is Sadie Sherman. Hey, congratulations. And the Merle Rowe Endowed Scholar is Admiral Henning. Congratulations, Admiral. Thank you. And the Fred and Esther Johnson Endowed Scholar is Jasmine Woke. Let's see, maybe I ought to meet her over at the, oh, wow. Here, I'll just come over. The David and Ruth Smitherman Endowed Scholar is Luke Macy. Congratulations, Luke. Thank you. There you go. And the Albertson Endowed Scholar is Trinity Garcia. The Zimmerman Endowed Scholar is Neil Kendall. And the Rocky Mountain Yearly Meeting Endowed Scholar is Kenneth Haynes. Kenneth, congratulations. So let's celebrate all these endowed scholars.
Good morning. I'm here to announce the Kansas Teachers of Promise. Before I do, I'd like to read. It's sort of lengthy, so just relax and listen to me as I read about the Kansas Teachers of Promise. Once a year, Kansas colleges and universities that offer teacher preparation programs are invited to select 2 teacher education students identified as Teachers of Promise to participate in a specific professional learning and recognition opportunity. Currently, 23 institutions offer teacher preparation programs, and most participate in these opportunities. The Teachers of Promise selected are invited to attend a half-day workshop presented by the current Kansas Teacher of the Year team, comprised of the Kansas Teacher of the Year and the 7 state finalists or Kansas Regional Teachers of the Year. The Teachers of Promise also are invited to attend the Kansas Teacher of the Year State Awards Banquet, where they are recognized and receive a certificate of recognition. The workshop is held in conjunction with the Kansas Teacher of the Year State Awards Banquet in September. Teachers of Promise attend the workshop Saturday morning and then the awards banquet that evening. The Teachers of Promise initiative was developed a number of years ago, and it has been very well received and supported by the state's colleges and universities. The designation is special to the students who are selected to represent their college or university as a Teacher of Promise. They have wonderful opportunities to learn from and network with excellent educators and policy leaders. This program has been in place long enough that individuals who were selected as Teachers of Promise have been recognized through other programs. This is first evident when these individuals, after completing their first year of teaching, are selected as Horizon Award educators. The Horizon Award program recognizes up to 32 outstanding teachers each year who have completed their first year of teaching and are in their second year of teaching. Equally exciting is that these promising teachers are going on to be recognized in other awards programs administered by the Kansas State Department of Education. We have 2 students this year in the teacher education program who have completed the requirements for student teaching and will be graduating on May 4th. I would like to recognize them as Kansas Teachers of Promise from Barclay College and ask you to please join me in applauding them as they come up. They are Celeste Touchstone and Kate Simoniuk.
Each year, the faculty at Barclay College nominates students for the faculty awards in the areas of Christian service, citizenship, leadership, music, and drama. There are many worthy candidates for each award, as the tallying demonstrated, there were some very close margins. We had some ties that we had to break. Some of these awards will be announced at graduation as well as today, but today we want to honor the following. The Music Award is given to one male and one female based on their musical ability, cooperation with musical groups and instructors, improvement shown, and faithfulness in practice and in musical activities is essential. Out of the nominees, this year's Music Award goes to Admiral Henning and Trinity Garcia. The Drama Award is based upon participation and leadership shown in the drama department, especially in relationship to the spring production. This year's recipient is Brian Pena. A student's willingness to dedicate himself or herself to the advancement of the college community, as shown by accepting and fulfilling responsibility without complaint, is characteristic of this year's Citizenship Award recipient. This young man is able to see and work toward the goal of the common good, demonstrating a good servant heart on behalf of the college. This year's Citizenship Award goes to Nathan Macy. Nominees for the Christian Service Award are usually given to students in preparation for full-time Christian vocation. This award is based upon church participation, consistency of life with one's testimony on and off campus. This student's spiritual maturity and fervent dedication to God are consistently on display. This year's Christian Service Award goes to Charlotte Bunn Ballett. Nominees for the Leadership Award have the ability to lead in all phases of student life in the proper direction. Acceptance of responsibility, positive influence in student activity, religious life, witnessing, conduct, and appearance all play a role in achieving the role of a leader. This year's recipient of the Leadership Award goes to Nabil Umbaso. The Delta Epsilon Chi Award, which is in essence the honor society of our national accrediting body, recognizes graduates who exhibit Christian character, leadership ability, and scholastic achievement. This year's recipients of the Delta Epsilon Chi Award are Madison Yost and Brian Pena. The final award given by the faculty is given to 2 graduating seniors who demonstrate exemplary leadership, character, and vision. The Fran Jabara Leadership Award comes with a $1,000 gift that will be announced at graduation. Congratulations to all our nominees.
Before we do our graduate recognition, I just have 3 people that I want to acknowledge. We're going to have our undergrad and also our associates come up to be recognized. But I also wanted to recognize Lori Jenkins, who, while she's been doing several jobs, is finishing her master's. So can we just give her an applause? Yeah. And then in case you haven't heard, we have some transition in our administration, and this takes place July 1, and normally we aren't all here on campus, but I wanted to make sure that you all know. Royce Frazier is actually retiring as the president of Barclay College, and Derek Brown will be the new president starting July 1. So can you, yes, please. So we just continue to ask you to be in prayer for Barclay as we are moving through this transition. Thank you, Royce, for all your many years. We just really want to say thank you. We're so grateful. Okay, at this time, I'm going to invite the graduates to come up on stage if you're an undergrad or if you're getting your associates, either way, but we want to recognize you. So come on up and find a seat up here. Give them a holler, cheer them on as they come up. So this isn't actually all the graduates. You actually have an opportunity to choose if you want to do this or not. And for those of you who are going to be graduating later on, please know that we love hearing you. It's so important to hear your voice here on this stage about your time here at Barclay College. So anyhow, just wanted to let you know that obviously this doesn't represent the entire class that's graduating. I'm going to give you this. So the first question for you all, which actually isn't on your sheet, is could you just say your name and what your major is or what you're graduating with?
Hello, guys. I'm Billy Bob Jr., and I'm Brian Pena, and I am graduating with a major in business administration.
Hi, I'm Celeste, and I'm graduating with an elementary education degree.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm graduating with a major in youth ministry and a minor in psychology.
I'm Tiara. I'll graduate with a degree in psychology and family studies.
I'm Admiral, and I'm getting a worship arts ministry degree.
I'm Nato, and I'm graduating with my bachelor's in sports management.
So we're just going to start down there, and I'm going to let you respond to the first 2 questions. Nato, you can start us off. What is something you've enjoyed about Barclay? What is something that you will miss about Barclay? And you can choose to either respond to both or just one.
Something that I enjoyed was making relationships here that would last forever, and something I would miss is probably just the people that I see on a daily basis.
There's a lot that I've enjoyed about Barclay, and it's probably going to be a lot of what everyone said, but definitely making friends is a big one. And then what I'll miss about Barclay is probably the cafeteria food.
Something I've enjoyed about Barclay is I guess the community, the friendships I've made, the older people that I've come in contact with that are very welcoming. Something I would miss is not having to worry about like working and all the other good stuff. Just being able to kind of be free in a small town.
Something I've enjoyed, like as you guys know, Barclay's in the middle of nowhere and there's not a lot to do around here. So I've enjoyed like going out with my friends and just getting creative to find things to do, whether that be like driving down dirt roads for hours or stargazing on top of hay bales or exploring abandoned houses. I don't know. I'm gonna miss random adventures like that. And something I'll miss is, yeah, just kind of what Tiara said, the community here. People here like have poured into me and I don't know, shown me love in ways that I've like never experienced before. Just the advice that they've given me and gifts of food or money or just their time. Yeah, I'll miss that.
My answer is a lot more basic. I've really enjoyed the relationships in the community that that Barclay has, and just knowing people like your own age, older than you, younger than you, and just how the whole town's a part of that community. And I'm really gonna miss just walking to class and saying hi to like everybody because you know everybody. So.
Something I enjoyed about Barclay is the dorm life and just being a student. Just the whole vibe of it is really fun. It's like your hallway's like a neighborhood, and like you have all your friends there, and you're like, oh, like hey, and stuff like that. And probably the spontaneous adventures as well. You know, you can just make up something. Let's go to Proud. Let's go to Greensburg. And it's like 10:30 and hitting up Taco Bell, but it's pretty cool. And then something that I'll miss about Barclay is probably like the late night gaming sessions with like my friends and stuff. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
The next set of three, a favorite class, a favorite event, or a favorite quote or saying by a teacher or staff. Feel free to weigh in on those, y'all. We'll start with you.
So I have several classes, but I just remember for not New Testament, Old Testament survey with Josh Bunce. Yeah, he really impacted me with that class. A favorite event is probably banquet, just because of how much it's just like a prom. It's a really special time. It's so much fun. You guys get to dress up and eat good food and play games. Like, what do you not want out of that? And then a favorite quote. I do not have a quote I like right now on the top of my head, but I don't know if you guys seen the video of Trey kicking a soccer ball in the like cafeteria, and like there's like a group, and he like kicks it a few times and then just falls down. It was like the funniest thing, but yeah.
Okay, so my favorite class, not all of you guys know Miss Jeannie, but she taught children's literature her last year here, and that was one of my favorite classes. Also, any class with Miss Shelley is so fun. I love poking fun at Miss Shelley. My favorite event's probably banquet, too. Like, it's just so much fun. Like, your classes are pretty much done, and it's just so fun to, like, go into Wichita, and, like, when else in your adult life are you going to be able to dress up in whatever kind of dress you want? And so that's really fun. And I apologize, my quotes are not from teacher or staff, but they are appropriate. So one of them is Lyra Hayden. She starts so many sentences with back into orphanage. So just thought I would. And then so my freshman year, we were at a volleyball trip, and Mallory brought her son, and he was eating a waffle. And he was like, this waffle is the Holy Spirit. And he took a big bite, and he went, who knew the Holy Spirit tasted so good? So those are mine.
Favorite class, probably anything with Josh Bunce, or I also really enjoyed my psychology classes with Royce. Yeah. Favorite event, I don't know if cross country counts as an event, but if not, I would say banquet too. And I do have a quote by one of, I don't know if Adrian Halberstadt is here, but last year maybe, or the year before, I don't know. I had a class with him, and he said, when this class started, that's when my heart palpitations started, and when I started having to carry around my flask.
I'd say my favorite classes were with Royce. which is basically a class I took every year or multiple in my seminars. A favorite event was probably the basketball season as a whole, each and every year. I don't have a favorite quote or saying that I can remember right now.
All right. My favorite class is really difficult to choose. Probably, I didn't take it, I audited it, but basic acting was probably a pretty fun class that I took. Favorite event was probably orientation of like last year, which would be my kind of freshman year, because we all went outside to play volleyball. There was like an event, and usually I'm pretty good at volleyball, probably better than someone you just find off the street, but that day I was not playing very well at all, and I think it was Celeste eventually was like, can you like stand in the corner and just like guard this? So that made me feel pretty good. And then a favorite quote is by Jared Ross, who isn't here anymore. But it was in the context of conducting. I was taking the conducting class, and something he just kind of said offhand was like, if something feels clunky, it just kind of means you need to change something. It's a sign something needs to change. And I feel like that is extremely powerful, because a lot of times we just kind of complain about situations when if something feels clunky, you just need to make a change.
Favorite class, any class with Mr. Larry, Brocky, Jared, Jeannie, and Kevin, for sure. My favorite event would probably be retreat weekend when we go to the pool, because it'd be hot, but yeah. A favorite quote or saying by a teacher or staff would probably be Miss April. When I walk in our office, she says, "Hey, sunshine."
So these two kind of go hand in hand, and you can decide how you want to answer them. How has God transformed you since being at Barclay? And if you want to go this route, what would your senior self say to your freshman self?
I would say I grew a lot by like having a lot of patience from freshman year to now. I've matured a lot just by, going through a lot of adversity with everything that's happened. But what would I say to my freshman self is try not to be late to everything.
I don't know. Both of these are really good questions, but God's definitely transformed me more in just being more relational, like just like understanding emotions more and stuff, being able to connect with people, which has been a lot cool.
How has God transformed me since I've been here? I say a lot. Before coming to Barclay, I knew God. Well, I believed in God, but I didn't know God how I know God today. I think being immersed in this environment taught me how if I wanted to reach something, I'd have to put in work. I'd credit it mostly to myself. Honestly, I put in the work to do it, just surrounded in a good space. Also, with that, he made me more patient, less reactive. People are aggravating. I came here when I was 17, so my 17-year-old self was not for any games. I was not playing with nobody. Everybody was gonna get it. If you talk to me crazy, that's what it's gonna be. But now it's like, it is what it is. He's calmed my spirit a lot, brought me a lot more comfort in life and everything like that. What would I say to my freshman self? Probably nothing. I'm gonna just say you're gonna be all right. Having is not so bad. Yeah, I'd probably go back and do it the same way. Honestly, I got here this way for a reason. It happened for a reason like this, so why would I change it?
Yeah, God's transformed me a lot since coming here my freshman year. I'd say like one of the biggest things I've learned is that, yeah, like following Jesus' way of life it's not always the easiest, but there are some things that might be hard about it, but it's way harder to not follow his way. And yeah, following God, I've realized has brought me more peace and joy and just like more purpose than anything else of the world has. So, and I guess what my senior self would say to my freshman self, maybe just like the advice I would give is life is hard. You can't really get away from that. And so just embrace the things that are hard and the things that make you nervous, the things that you're not sure that you can, if you can do them or not, do them anyways, and you'll be glad that you did it in the end. There's a lot of growth in doing hard things. And so also learn to say no. I think it's a big, valuable lesson that I'm still learning, but yeah.
So during my time here at Barclay, I've become like more confident in my faith and like unashamed. Like in high school, when you go to a big secular school, like you're like, I don't want everyone to know I'm a Christian. They're gonna judge me. They're gonna hate me for it. And like since I've come here, like it's been so freeing to be like, I'm a Christian. Like my whole personality is in Christ. And so that's one way that Barclay's changed me. It like fosters you in this small community. And now I feel more prepared to go out in the world and to still be like confident in my faith and unashamed. And one thing my senior self would say to my freshman self, this is so cliche, but it goes by so fast. Like I sat down there for 3 years just listening to seniors say that, and I was like, that's so stupid. It's taking so long. But now that I'm up here, I'm like, wow, that went by really fast.
Yeah, I think God has transformed me in so many ways too, but I think kind of opening my eyes to just trying to center Christ into everything you do. And sure, your life might not get easier, but your life will actually have a purpose, and it will have infinite value if you do that. And senior self to freshman self, probably you don't realize what you have until you lose it.
So this next two together are any advice you want to leave to the Barclay family, and do you have shout outs for anyone?
Is anyone really backed up on finals right now? Well, I'm not, but sorry to hear that, but no. Yeah, just try to stay on top of stuff. Push through it. You're gonna get through. You'll be all right, even though it feels like you're just like, oh, so aggravated at everything. That you'll be all right. You'll be all right. And I would like to shout out, oh man, there's so much shout outs. Josh Bunce, if he's watching, the BC Hack Pack, the camp teams, the theater group, Randy, Ryan, Todd, Kayleen. Any class with her is amazing, by the way. Jacob O'Brien as well, he's pretty funny. The Clash of Clans group that I'm in now. Deb and John Folkerts, they're pretty awesome people. Yeah, they're all great. My family too, my brother, my friends, my dog, Petey, he's awesome too, so can't forget him, so.
Any advice is don't procrastinate. Miss Shelley's nodding her head because I am a procrastinator and it's gotten me into some trouble. So don't procrastinate. I have a lot of shout outs to Miss Shelley because she puts up with my procrastination. Miss Jeannie, Ryan, if you ever get a chance to annoy Ryan, do it. Joe Bryan, oh yeah. Abby Worrell, she's my bestie. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking. Sarah Holiday. And then obviously my husband, Luke. So, oh, and Miss Jeannie. So sorry if I forgot you. I love you all.
Advice. Again, I would just say like maybe to embrace the hard things, like the things that make you nervous, the things that, I don't know, you don't want to do, the things that, look really hard. Just make yourself do them, and I can almost promise you you'll be glad that you did them in the end. That's a big thing I've learned. And also to just kind of what Celeste said, like enjoy the moment that you're in. Like I feel like for me, I'm always looking to what's coming next and what's the next thing, like where am I going to be at in a year from now? And if you always live like that, you miss the moment that you're in. So yeah, enjoy your college years, because a lot of people say they're some of the best years of your life. So shout outs to anyone, I could say a lot, but for sake of time, I'm just going to say Brocky. I want to be like Brocky when I grow up.
Any advice I would leave is don't expect yourself and other people. You'll avoid a lot of hurt from that. That's one big thing. Also, when you do for people, don't expect anything back. Not everybody's heart is as big as yours, and that's okay. Not everybody feels life the way you feel, and that's okay. Shout outs, I would say Amma Jean, Jared, Narlo is my best friend since freshman year. My kids back there that be late to everything. Coach Trey, Miss Kayleen. My other teammates as well, I'd say. Jamia, she was a senior here about 2 years ago. She took me under her wing when I first got here. I cried for 3 weeks straight when I was here in my bed, and she stopped me from doing that. I hated it here. Simply, because I was away from my parents. But yeah, I have more shout outs, I think, but I can't think right now. I'm blanking. But yeah.
All right. Advice I would say to leave is to I feel like I heard this a lot last graduation recognition, but is to not just because you're at a Christian school, don't replace your own walk with Jesus and your own spiritual growth with classes, because you miss out on a lot. And professors, they're here to help you and learn, but they might not always be right, especially in those theology classes. So it's good to be reading your Bible so you can check it and back it up. And then shout outs. Let's see. I have to go Randy is a big one. Rusty Savage, Kevin, and Kenny. Kenny's my boy.
Some advice I would say is, like they said earlier, just enjoy it. These years go by fast, and if you have work, just do it. I promise you, if you just let it sit there, it's gonna catch up to you. And go to class. Shout outs, I have a lot, so bear with me. First, Rocky, Pops over there, Royce. You got Mr. Larry, my advisor. You got Jeannie, Jared. You got TT, Kiki, twin in the back. I can't think of any right now, but if I forgot you, I'm sorry. All love.
Just the last thing that we want to invite you to do is what are you looking forward to in the future? And if you have any future plans already established, we'd love to know so we can be praying for you.
I plan on going back to school to get my master's. I don't know which school yet.
I would say my biggest plan is coming up in 24 days, where I'm getting married to the greatest girl I've ever met.
What I'm looking forward in the future, I guess. Starting my career, I want to go into social work. I'm not 100% certain on pursuing my master's just yet. I want to go out and work first to see if it's worth it, worth the money, worth the time, before I go and get a degree, and I don't need it. So I'm going to see what I can do with my bachelor's. Coming into this summer, I'm going back to a job. It's a summer camp job. I really enjoyed it last year, and I'm trying to do stuff that I enjoy and actually have fun, being one-on-one with kids and just seeing them grow, being a mentor to a couple of them, just stuff like that. I think it's more fun. I'm not really caring about how much I get paid. Money will come later on. I'm more for the time being and stuff like that. And then maybe looking into getting into a school district back home. I'm from Houston, so this is a long ways away. And then possibly master's in social work or furthering a psychology degree in January or next fall.
So my future plans, this summer I'm going to be going to work at a camp in Colorado with a specific youth program. So I'm super excited about that. Just getting to live in the mountains and stuff. And yeah, kind of what Tiara said, mentor to youth. And then when I come back in the fall, I'm going to continue working at the pharmacy in Greensburg and training for pharmacy tech. So that's my plans right now.
I know we skipped, or we already did shout outs, and I just remembered two that I forgot. Justin Kendall, the best boss ever, and Mallory Scott. Okay, so sorry. I am super excited. I am going to be a 6th grade teacher and a high school volleyball coach, so I'm super amped over in Maxville. And so I'm just so excited to have my own classroom, because for 4 years in classes, we've been like, oh, in my future classroom, and now I actually have my future classroom, so I'm super excited about that.
Now, what I'm looking forward to the most is being district manager at Long John Silver's. No, I wish.
But really good crunchies, though. Really good crunchies.
I don't like their hush puppies. Anyways, no, I'm just joking. I want to get my real estate license and sell land and houses and all that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of my future goal or career.
Can you guys give them all a hand? Do that? Yeah. So in case you don't know, graduation is a week from this Sunday, so I think it's May the 4th. It's here in the auditorium. But I just wanted to say to each of you, thank you for submitting yourself to the Barclay family. And the reason why we do well here is because of you guys. And so I love looking at all you guys on stage to see where you started and where you are now. And so that's probably one of my favorite things to see of how God has transformed you. And just, will you take a minute, just as you look over this group, just think about who maybe God might want to invite you to continue to pray for. Can you do that? Just look through this group. I feel like you should have a pick me sign on there. But anyhow. And then per our tradition, we invite you to pray over them. And so I'm going to split 3. So Tiara, and then you guys go down that aisle. And then if you 3 will come down this aisle. And then we want to invite the Barclay family just to come to move in. And if some of you would just go ahead and offer prayers over them, and then I'll give a benediction. So go ahead and everybody move and do that one time. I'm going to pray a final benediction over all of you. If you guys just want to reach your hands out towards him, would you consider doing that? May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors. Amen. Amen. Go in peace.